When is it ever okay to fall in love with your sibling? The correct answer is never! Not even your own step-sibling. Like, I don't even know how we came across this topic, but you'd sadly be surprised. There's an ever-increasing rise in Imouto Anime from Japan recently. Some come off as comedic and harmless, while others disturbing. It's fascinating when you get right down to the evolution of anime waifus and husbandos. Throughout the years, each fantasy partner in the olden days would be out of this world attractive and super appealing in many ways. But nowadays, we have different categories to choose from, one of them being Imoutos and lollies. Don't touch Kana. You can have a tsundere waifu who takes a while to admit that she likes you, a husbando who's there for you and will support you no matter what, or you could love your little sibling. And some would wonder why this is actually a thing, why there's actually an interest for the main character to prefer their little sibling over anyone else. Well, I believe it has to do with the characteristics of that particular category. While typical husbandos and waifus have set character traits ranging between various forms of attitudes, Imoutos are mostly innocent and vulnerable. These are traits that make the main character feel responsible and motivated to take care of their siblings. You don't necessarily see these kinds of traits from other kinds of characters unless they're shy and super timid, but it all boils down to the innocence trait. The little sibling has only been around their family all their life and doesn't have that much experience in a lot of things, so they turn to their older sibling for help and advice, while also thinking they're the coolest person ever. And naturally, if big brother or sister want to do something, they want to do it too. This is why you see a lot of Imouto types in male lead shows. The women around them tend to be crazy, full of attitude, or have a few quirks to them, but their little sisters are without a doubt adorable and pure. Even in Konosuba, when Kazuma is tempted to go back and be reborn in his old world, he asks Eris if he could possibly be reborn with a family while having at least one older sister and one little sister. Part of this fetish is the inexperienced and naive types that is mostly found in Imouto types, as seen in the Succubus episode where he requested to have a sexual fantasy with an inexperienced and innocent maiden. With that mindset, you can see why a lot of modern main characters are highly interested with Imouto types rather than anyone else, because bitches be crazy. I mean, why take a chance with a chick who will probably think you're a pervert when you can have someone who already looks up to you and is super sweet instead? Another example to peek into this kind of mindset is A Sister's All You Need, where in the first few minutes of episode 1, we get to take a peek in Itsuki's fantasy of having multiple Imouto waifus. Even when there's people judging his habits and actually having a few women interested in him in reality, he'll stick to his ways and will always desire a little sister waifu while devouring their underwear. Ugh. And don't think the male demographic is mostly guilty on this category when there's Imouto categories for the ladies as well. In a good chunk of harems, you'll have at least one innocent husbando either acting super sweet or obnoxiously adorable, and even types where they look up to the main girl like she's their big sister. Even with the harem product Makura no Danshi, one of the 11 options you have is quote-unquote a hot 5-year-old boy, and you are his older sister. Hot 5-year-old boy. No matter the genre or demographic, Imoutos will always come off as innocent and vulnerable, which is appealing to those who can't tolerate or are even afraid of other characterizations outside of their comfort zone. But then we have the one that is questioned a lot, which is the step-sibling. They're not related by blood, so it should be fine, right? No! It's still not okay. It'll definitely create more drama, but it's only going to put more stress on the character's life and onto their families. This is a strange category up for debate, but an anime like Citrus certainly isn't helping at all. If anything, it just makes engaged parents even more cautious because Mei has some issues when it comes to the proper behavior in regards to romantic attraction. I mean, give it some time, girl. I mean, like, this is probably love at first sight for you, but damn, girl. And while I say you shouldn't take an interest with your step-sibling regardless of whether you're blood-related or not, there was one anime and manga I liked a long time ago that made me second-guess myself back then, and that was Marmalade Boy, a show where the main couple's parents decide to divorce and marry each other while all living under the same house. Okay, that's just asking for trouble. Miki is rightfully disturbed at first and thinks her stepbrother Yu is a bit annoying, but of course, oh, he's just so hot. and she's crushing on him. The only time they questioned their relationship was when Yu believed that he and Miki had the same father, and thought they could never carry through with a relationship, but it turns out not to be the case, and so everyone can live happily ever after. Yay! Overall, one would say for morality's sake and for decency's sake, you should never take an interest in your step-sibling. However, there is one aspect that just occurred to me that I would actually like to see come forth in some form of a story. What if the couple knew each other, fell in love, about to get engaged, and then suddenly their parents decide to marry each other on the spot? What now? Okay, I just made this a bit more complicated, but complications are just a part of life. Unlike Imouto's though, step-sibling romance dramas are, well, dramas. They're stories to get us to think if what they're doing is right or wrong, only to somehow cheer for the characters for accepting who they are. This category alone opens up a different can of worms, but from our perspective, you really shouldn't go there. To end off this editorial, let us know what you think of the sibling genre. Is it your thing? Do you think it's gross? What about step-sibling anime? Is it right or wrong? Let's have an interesting debate in the comment section. If you like what we do here, be sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and click on the notification bell. You can also follow us on Twitter at AnimeAmerica for more awesome updates, and be sure to follow our sister channel, Pop Spectrum. Sister channel. If you want to support this channel, be sure to check out our Patreon page with numerous rewards to fit your budget, and don't forget to check out our merchandise with links down below in the description. More awesome videos will be on the way, so stay tuned to Anime America.